In a system for generating interactively controllable video sprites of star tennis players. The video you are watching is synthesized by our system. Our characters behave and appear like star tennis players, such as Roger Federer and Novak Djokovic, playing full competitive points. Our techniques generate novel points from an annotated database of broadcast footage. We can create matchups that have never been seen before, such as Roger playing against himself at Wimbledon, or against Serena Williams in a competition between all-time greats. Or have a user interactively control where a player hits the ball and positions himself during play. In this example, we are controlling Djokovic in the near court as he plays against Federer. We can also modify real-life points to visualize different outcomes. For example, in the 2019 Wimbledon final, Federer famously missed this forehand that would have won him the championship. We can modify the point to show what might have been had Federer hit the ball a little to the left on that shot. Our system generates sprites according to a state machine that follows the shot cycle, a key granularity of motion in tennis. In a shot cycle, a player moves to the incoming ball, hits the ball to a specific location, shown in red, and recovers to a new position on the court to prepare for the next shot, shown in blue. This cycle repeats for each player over and over until the point ends. For generated points to be realistic, the player sprites must not only look, but also behave like the original players. Using our database of annotated shots, we build statistical models of where a player will place their shots and where they will recover to when faced with certain point situations. The orange and blue heat maps visualize probability distributions for our shot placement and recovery position behavioral models. These models capture common tennis strategies, such as a player hitting more shots to their opponent's weaker side. In this example, Djokovic, in the near court, prefers to hit the ball to Federer's backhand, so he directs more of his shots to the right side of the court. Against Nadal, who is a left-handed player, Djokovic's shots are more likely to go to the left side of the court, again targeting Nadal's backhand side. As another example, when a player has to chase down an incoming ball, our behavioral models commonly generate low-risk cross-court shots. These easier shots are typical of defensive tennis play. However, when a player is already well positioned to hit an incoming ball, our behavioral models encourage more aggressive play, such as hitting the ball to the open part of the court. As a final example, when our behavioral models direct the player into the net, they do so most often after a down-the-line shot. Approaching the net following a down-the-line shot is a well-known tennis strategy. Our behavioral models also capture player-specific style. For example, Nadal tends to recover to positions farther back in the court, on average about 2 meters behind the baseline. In contrast, Federer prefers to stand about 1 meter closer to the baseline, ready to attack if the opportunity arises. Removing the behavioral models and choosing clips based on only visual continuity and ball contact goals does not guarantee plausible motion. In this example, Nadal, in the near court, performs the unlikely action of hitting a backhand from the far left of the court and fails to recover toward court center, allowing Federer to win the point easily. In contrast, when using behavioral models to set goals, Nadal hits a more likely shot, a forehand. He then returns to center in anticipation of Federer's next shot. In another point, Nadal returns a weak shot with an even weaker backhand slice. He then runs to the side of the court, allowing Federer to hit a cross-court forehand to take control of the point. When using the behavioral model, Nadal recovers towards the center and has an easier time reaching Federer's next shot. In this final example, note how Djokovic, in the near court, keeps hitting the ball back to Federer and moves farther and farther outside the court. In the same situation, the behavioral model causes Djokovic to hit a winner